Hey guys, today we're travelling back to 1977. But today we're looking at CHiPs, the California Highway Patrol. On the left is John Baker, who was played by Larry Wilcox in the TV show. And on the right is Frank Poncherello, known as Punch, and he was played by Eric Estrada. So the TV series CHiPs was a massive hit in 1977 and ran strong for quite a few seasons. These figures came out in 1981 and they were produced by Mego. Unfortunately, this was at the time when Mego was just about closing down, and CHiPs and the Dukes of Hazzard were some of the very last lines that they would produce. So I'm showing you some pretty nasty looking figures here. These two in particular, especially Punch, always seem to suffer this problem of a greying face, and it's a similar story to why the bubbles on the later Star Wars figures go yellower than the ones do on the old figures. It's down to cheapness of plastic. Towards the end of the line, money's tight, plastic quality goes down, and things like this happen over time. It can be fixed, but it's a bit beyond me. So it'd be nice if I could show you a restoration of these guys. Unfortunately, I can't do that. Today we're looking at my childhood hero from CHiPs, John Baker. I thought this guy was awesome when I was about 3. I used to have my CHiPs crash helmet and my walkie-talkie and my handcuffs and gun and ride around on my tractor. That's how young I was. I couldn't even have a bike, I had a tractor. So I've had these figures since the early 2000s and they are pretty dire. This is actually the better of the two. Neither of them have boots. This guy's at least got the right hands. Punch doesn't have the right hands at all. This guy even has a decal on his shirt. But the rest of him, he's in a bit of a state. I'm not even sure if that's the right body under there. His helmet does come off, but it's pretty tight, so we won't bother doing that. So, like I said, it would be nice to show you a restoration. These guys have so many accessories, it wouldn't be worth the trouble. So, I managed to find this. Now, the CHiPs line, they're not really hard to get on a card if the cards aren't in nice condition, which this one clearly isn't. But the figure inside looks spectacular. There's no greying on his face whatsoever. Obviously he's going to be 100% complete in there. And so what we're going to do is we're going to open this. So before we do, let's have a quick look around. You can see the 1977 MGM there. These figures were from 81, so they were a little bit later. It actually has Ideal on there, although these are in fact Mego. It should say somewhere. There you go, Mego. You can see the bikes there, pretty cool with the big windshields on. And you can see John and Punch on the radio, looking cool. Round the back we get to see the two guys in a still from the show. Collect this TV action crime fighting team and create your own adventures. And then we get a little film strip with different little photographs from different seasons. So I am not normally the type of person that goes around ripping old figures off cards. But this one, to be honest, this carded figure cost me less than it would cost to restore that terrible one that I've shown you already. I'm sure you guys all know how to open a card, but this is how I do it. Nice sharp blade and just glide around the bubble. Of course, making sure not to cut the figure or yourself, that wouldn't be very good. But doing it this way, it means you get to preserve what's left of the card back. So check this out guys, Mego figure fresh out of the box after 33 years. Look, he's got boots on. He's got really strong joints on his knees. Look how clean those stripes are. He's even got his bat on round the back. He's got his holster with the gun in it, look. That's all pretty nice. I'm not sure how sturdy the elastic will be, because that obviously could have deteriorated, but I'm kind of hopeful. If we take a look at the top of him, got a little bit of a paint rub, but that's probably done in the factory. Look at that head, no greying to be seen whatsoever. Beautifully clean figure. That's going to look fantastic. And he also comes with decals. I'm not sure how good they're going to be to stick on. So within that bag he comes with a helmet, which is pretty nice looking, but it's a little bit squashed. You can see it's very thin plastic there. Nice colouring on it though. He also comes with a pair of sunglasses. Now these look like you have to bend them round. but I'm not sure how well that's going to hold on. We'll see about that. And finally, there's the decals unapplied. Look pretty clean. I'm not sure how well they're going to stick though. Also noticed he's got a wristwatch. How cool is that? So after a little bit of struggling, I managed to get his sunglasses on and his helmet at the same time. That looks so cool. So as for the stickers, I'm not too worried about where they're going to go. But let's just do a quick comparison with the one I showed you at the beginning. Oh, this guy's leagues beyond. Absolutely no regrets opening this figure. A brand new figure versus a tatty old card. It's a no-brainer to me. This figure's awesome. But he is missing something. Well, if they didn't have motorcycles, it wouldn't be Chips, would it? So this is an original Chips motorcycle from the Mego line. It's not very screen accurate or particularly good, I suppose. That would be the worst bit. It's got training wheels. But it does mean it rolls nice and freely and you don't have to keep hold of it. Missing the windscreen on the front. The bike doesn't actually come with one. It would be nice if they'd managed to fit that in. In the show they always had a great big windscreen, but this bike doesn't. This is actually a repurposed Fonzie bike that had a little action feature that fitted in that big gap there. When they made the Chips bikes they just got rid of that. Lots of nice chrome on it. You got Chips on the back. No chrome on the wheels though. But it rolls nice and it's just meant to be a display piece for your Chips figures. What it does have, you can turn this bit, but these handlebars, die-cast metal. So let's see how well John's going to fit on this then. I'm not sure how he's supposed to fit him on, to be honest. We'll get the legs in place roughly. Well, his hands have never been turned before. Oh, he holds the handlebars pretty well. Get that one on as well. Without breaking the hand. There we go. We can just sort his legs out. We're doing well. Yeah, not really sure what to do with them. Gonna have to sit like that, I guess. That is a cool sight. John Baker on his bike. Well guys, I feel like I'm about 4 right now. This is so cool. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this little trip down memory lane. Just need to sort Punch out now. This has been Luke with John Baker from Chips. Thanks for watching.